Greetings, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So it's Tuesday night. It's time for an episode of Album Sides. This is a series I run bi-weekly, alternates with ranking the songs on an album. So this week we are doing Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. I think maybe I thought it might be better on this side. I do not have always the best connection in this place with the windows, so anyways, we'll try to get it out here so you can see it. Basically, this is Pink Floyd's, I think it's their 9th studio album. Yeah, it came out right after Dark Side of the Moon. I was going to say Wish You Were Here, but that's the one we're doing. So basically this show that we do here, I take one side of the album, which I think is near perfect side, and we just talk about that. And that's all we're doing. It's pretty simple. There's only 2 tracks on side 1 of Wish You Were Here that we are doing, and that's Shine On You Crazy Diamond Part 1 and Welcome to the Machine Part 2, which is the second song on the side. Could have done the other side as well, but I actually like this side just a little bit better. This is a near perfect album in some ways as well as just having that part side. The funny thing about this album, just a little side here, is that all these tracks I had heard before and had listened to for years and never owned the album, and when I got it, it wasn't really anything new. It was all stuff I'd already known. Usually there's at least 1 or 2 tracks on an album that I'm not familiar with, but there was nothing on this album like that. So for the album side this week, we're doing Wish You Were Here, side 1, 2 songs, Shine On You Crazy Diamond Part 1, which is the first track, fairly lengthy track. Both tracks are fairly lengthy. It doesn't really give the length here. Oh, actually it does. The first one is 13 minutes, 33 seconds, and the second one is Welcome to the Machine, which is 7:26. Really melodic. This is like stereotypical Pink Floyd sound in every aspect of it. Melodic, slow, driving, lots of strange noises, lots of deep voice vocals, lots of spacey feel to it. The keyboards are almost eerie, very spacey sounding. Yeah, so it's the pretty typical Pink Floyd album, but typical in the sense that it sounds like Pink Floyd, but much better than a lot of the stuff that they've done. This is one of the best albums. Shine On You Crazy Diamond, to me, is the more dominant of the 2 as far as the vocal aspect goes. Really catchy song. I wouldn't say either of these songs are commercial even slightly. They're too long, first of all, but just have so many intricate parts to them. This song has some excellent guitar on it, some very kind of spacey keyboards. The vocals are dark and sinister at times, also very spacey sounding, almost psychedelic at times, which was what they originally were, but I don't find as much psychedelia as they moved along. But this one really kind of this real spacey song. Of course, I believe it was written for Syd Barrett, written about him, I guess. I'm not sure if both parts or just the one part was about him, but I assume both of them were. So an excellent song. Never been one of my really favorite Pink Floyd songs, but definitely a top shelf song for sure. The second song on the side, Welcome to the Machine. This song came to my existence. I had a friend that I worked with for years when I was first got out of bartending school. I was working with him for a couple of years, and he was a film student as well as a creative individual who I admired quite a bit. Anyways, he used this track, Welcome to the Machine, for his answering service in the days when you actually had a separate answering service. This was the song that you would get when you phoned him and he wasn't there. And it intrigued me so much that, and I liked it so much, and I thought it was like well put together, that I started listening to this particular track, looking for it everywhere I went. So Welcome to the Machine, really bringing in that age of electronics, I think, and the beginnings of AI and all that stuff that we are now seeing all across the board. Such a great tune, though. Just one of those tunes that kind of gets into your head and just stays in there. It also is a great, like this particular two tracks are great on the headphones. They are real good headphone stuff. But all Pink Floyd stuff is like that. It's really a mellow listen to, lie back and just listen to and drift into it. And you'll hear things too that you don't normally hear if you just listen to it casually. So for me, both tracks, top shelf tracks, near perfect side of an album. And for me, I like this a lot. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode of Album Sides featuring Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here, side 1. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And don't forget to make comments about the album or anything that you want to relate to the channel, or anything I've said. All that stuff is open game when you're out here on the live part. Well, I'm not really live, but you get what I'm saying. Anyways, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and we will be back next Tuesday night with an episode of ranking the songs off an album, which I have not chosen yet, but I will very soon. And have yourself a good evening. Take care and goodbye.